Hi everyone, I'm back again, Buffett. This is your boy Simtembi. This is Mzansi Political Channel. There's a story here. So Zimbabwe, guys, is trying to mend its relationship with the white farmers, guys. It's hard to be in Zimbabwe. It's hard to be Zimbabwe. They tried to be radical, and it backfired big time. Because I've always said, guys, this system is too powerful, guys. You don't just act against the system. You need to think, you need to be strategic against the system. You don't just act out of anger, out of emotion. You can't be emotional handling this business. So now there's a story here written by Set International. It says white farmers to receive compensation from Zimbabwe. For decades, Zimbabwean land in reform program has been a continuous contentious issue, both domestically and internationally. So there's been contestation against this issue. Some saying you don't have to do this. Some saying it's a must. The land needs to get back to its rightful owners, which are black people in Africa. But it's very difficult because Africans are not that industrialized in a Western way. In the early 2000s, under the former President Robert Mugabe's administration, the government embarked on a fast-track land redistribution initiative aimed at addressing colonial-era land imbalances. The policy involved the compulsory acquisition of farms mostly owned by white Zimbabweans for redistribution to black farmers. While the program sought to correct historical injustices, it was met by violence, economic disruption, and a sharp decline in agricultural productivity. Because black people are not skilled in a large scale farming, are not skilled. We need to be honest. But we can learn these things. These things can be taught. But I was full no waste this. I don't know why we waste our time on the right things. You can learn large scale farming. The seizures also led to strained relations with Western nations, which imposed sanctions on Zimbabwe. Many white farmers lost their livelihoods without compensation, leading to a lengthy legal battles and international arbitration cases. But they failed this man because Mugabe died while they didn't have their land back, the land that they took from black people. Compensation agreement. In a significant development, the Zimbabwean government has agreed to compensate white farmers whose land was seized during the land reform program. The compensation deal, valued at 3.5 billion, was finalized after years of negotiations between the government, affected farmers, and international stakeholders. So they tried to get back to a good books in terms of international system. Improvements made on the land, infrastructure, irrigation system, buildings, equipment, and assets lost during the seizures, pensions, and other financial losses. But who ask you to do all these things? But anyway. However, the compensation does not include the value of the land itself, as the government maintains that the redistribution was a necessary corrective measure for historical land imbalances. So they're paying for the development of the land, not the land itself. The Zimbabweans were about stubborn, these people. They don't play games. If Mugabe was still alive, they wouldn't give these people no compensation. The guy. A major challenge has been Zimbabwe's ability to pay the compensation given its struggling economy. The government has proposed a mix of funding sources, including treasury bonds, long-term government debt instruments, international donor support, potential from former colonial powers like Britain, public-private partners. Some critics argue that Zimbabwe cannot afford a payout and hyperinflation, currency instability, and its severe economic crisis. However, proponents believe that compensation farmers is a crucial step towards restoring investor confidence and normalizing relations with Western relations. The Western system, guys, is too powerful. I don't support it. I support land distribution. I support to take our things back. But we need to be very strategic. We cannot just do things, otherwise we'll die of hunger. Economic recovery If managed well, the compensation could help restore Zimbabwe's reputation as an agricultural powerhouse. They say Zimbabwe was the bucket what of Africa, bread bucket of South Africa, because it was like their farming was very successful, but it was white farmers, guys. You need to learn large scale farming, and we're busy fighting these people instead of learning from these people. Right? We hate education, not formal education, any kind of education. We're stubborn. Yes, black people not. Aye. Criticism. Black farmers, some argue that compensation white farmers undermine land reform and could lead to renewed land disputes. No, they're gonna get compensation and leave, most or they're gonna come back to Zimbabwe. Obviously, it will cause. I mean, all these things will cause trouble. All these things will cause confusion, guys. That's why you did these things. Your leaders did these things out of anger, out of spite and stubbornness, and then they blame the guy, the old man Nelson, when he said, the "Aluta continue and let them continue, and let's do take the land bit by bit, not just in shape." Boom. How? Economic burden. Critics question how Zimbabwe will fund the compensation without worsening its debt crisis. Political motives. Some see the move as an attempt by President Emerson Mnangagwa's government to gain favor with the Western powers. They want to get in the good position, which is a good thing for it, right? It's a good thing. But hey, how they doing it, I don't know if it's the right thing. The decision to compensate white farmers marks a pivotal moment in Zimbabwe's post-colonial history. While it addresses some past injustices, it also raises questions about the future of land reform, economic stability, and national reconciliation. If it implemented fairly and transparently, this compensation could help mend Zimbabwe's fractured economy and international relations. However, the government must balance this move with the needs of black farmers and the broader population to ensure lasting stability and growth. What's next? The compensation process is expected to take years with close monitoring from both local and international stakeholders. The success of this initiative will depend on Zimbabwe's ability to fund the payment while maintaining social and economic stability. For now, the agreement represents a step towards healing, one that acknowledges past grievances. Hi, guys. They'll always win. They'll always win. Until Tina as Africans we start to unite, we start to learn from them in terms of we need to learn the sophisticated technology. We need to learn technology, guys. Farming technology, industrialization. We need to know those things. Otherwise, we can chase all white people to Europe. I'm telling you, we're going back to Stone Ages because we're not technologically advanced. I'm not saying we are inferior. Don't get me wrong. We're not inferior. We are same powers with the other human beings, but we need these things to survive in the 21st century. Please, guys, compensate. You comment down below, like and subscribe. To tell me what you think about this Zimbabweans giving white farmers, paying white farmers for the land that they took from black people. See you on the next video.